Hey Lego fans, how you doing? It's Andy here. Nice to be with you. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I do appreciate it. Let's talk about Lego. And check this out, guys. I built my first modular building based on this Holiday Main Street building from the Christmas Village collection. So what do you guys think? It looks to me like a stripped down copy, I guess you could say. I mean, it doesn't have the Christmas decorations, it doesn't have the sign on the above the door, it doesn't have the flags, but it's got everything else pretty much. I did have some slight complications with it I had to work around, but it's got black windows and a black door. Now, I don't have glass for this arch yet, but I did order that from Bricklink, so I should be getting that before too long. But yeah, have a look. The sides of it are pretty plain. I mean, you know, no windows or anything. And then the back, I put a couple of windows on the top floor and a window and a back door on the bottom floor. And then this side, obviously nothing. It's, you know, you order parts, you order a lot of parts, and it seems like you always forget something. I didn't order any 1x1 medium nougat plates. So as you can see here, I had to use gray there, I had to use gray there, and let's see, I had to use gray down there on the bracket because I couldn't get any of those L-shaped brackets in medium nougat. Couldn't find any of those, so I had to use gray. But that's okay. I mean, that's just on the side. You're probably not going to see it anyway because it's probably going to be, you know, well, matter of fact, that's the other thing. I got to build some 8-stud buildings on each side of this to make it a complete modular, make it a complete 32-stud building. So my question to you is, what color or colors would go with this medium nougat and red gray design that wouldn't clash too much and would kind of match up? I was thinking like maybe an earth green or even earth blue, or I don't know. I mean, like maybe dark red. Dark red and olive green are the colors of that other building that came with this Holiday Main Street set, so those could be considered as well. Should I make the building on the side the same color on each side or a different color on each side? So I think a different color would probably make it a little bit better looking. But if I use dark red on one side, what color should I use on the other side? So that's the question. Should I make a light gray building or a dark gray building, perhaps? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think, what colors the side building should be. Now, this roof here was a bit of a challenge too, because obviously this being a 16 wide building and this thing only being 6 studs wide, I had to modify it a little bit to get it to work. But I think it is going to work. As you can see there, it looks pretty good from the side view. Now, also, I think, don't you think there ought to be something there on the peak? Because the roof doesn't come all the way up to the peak, obviously. Unless I don't know, maybe if I added another 2x14, I could get it to come up to the peak. You know, get it to meet up together. I don't know, I kind of think it looks good like that, but it just needs something else. Just needs something in the middle there. I just don't know what. Let me know what your opinions are. Now, the slope of the roof, see this side, because it's got this little slide piece here, that's where it's hitting at. And that's where it's stopping. It makes it about the same slope as this part right here. But this one back here, now if I pull it up and let it go, well, let's see if I push it down a little bit. See how it goes all the way down in there? And then it's different. It's a different slope. It doesn't look as good. So you have to kind of let it sit right there and it comes out perfectly. So, yeah, I tried to replicate this one as much as I could, as far as, like, you know, that profile brick there on top and round plate on top of that, and the hinge mechanism, just using a Technic pin and a Technic 1x1 with a hole in it. So overall, I think it came out pretty good. Just, I mean, like I said, there was some challenges and some things I had to do a little differently to get it to work, like this candle stuff here on the side. You know how this one over here, you can see how it's kind of even with that slide part where it's in the middle, like this middle piece right here lines up with the slide part. As of mine right here, it's a little bit above the slide part. Yeah, that's how it came out for me. I couldn't make it work like that. Well, the reason being is because this plate that they have in there for the second floor comes out all the way over top of this slide piece, and it hangs out. And then there's a 1x1 on the bottom of that piece that that holds that piece. I mean that you know that right there, this 1x1. So if I would have done that, then this whole thing would have been covered up with the plate, and it would have came out over this corner as well, and would have looked kind of corny there, I think. So I went ahead and moved it. I mean, put the second floor essentially even and flush with the rest of the building instead of, otherwise I would have had a stud left over in the back, because it would have been 16, it's only 16 studs, there's 16 bricks, or 16 studs rather, and there would have been 17 if I would have moved it up. So I think it came out okay like that, though. I mean, it's just a little bit of a difference. It's not nothing we can get in a big twist over. So overall, what would you rate this thing at? Let me know in the comments, and then let me know what colors you think I should build the side buildings out of. And if I use dark red, is it going to be a clash with the red, the bright red on the window coverings? Let me know what your opinion is on that as well. And as for the platform, I've had some ideas rolling around in my head here the last couple of days. I've been watching some other Lego videos on YouTube, and I'm coming up with some inspiration, some ideas and stuff. One of those ideas is having a elevated road, like a highway type road, like something that would start out on this top elevated platform and then maybe end up on the lower platform. I mean, like with a downward ramp or something, like a downward slope. I mean, it's just roadway, so I don't have to worry about, the train running on it like you would a train track, and it has to be real shallow as far as the steepness goes, because just for looks, so that wouldn't make any difference. The only thing is, this elevated platform being the same height as the elevated train platform, you wouldn't be able to go over the railroad with the road. You'd almost have to have a mid-air railroad crossing. I don't know how that would work. So maybe it's a bad idea. I don't know. Just something that was running around in my head, So, like I said, I'm still planning on putting a train station in this area right here. I haven't the slightest clue what I'm going to put out here or over there, or any of these sections in between. This all could get vegetation, all along in here, and just be like, that could be it in this area, or I could put something else. But as far as the top of the elevated platform, when I was building it, I was like, does this really give me any more room than not having an elevated platform? Because you think, well, it's just the same square footage as the platform below, right? But in actuality, it does give me more room. It gives me much more room because the railroad tracks are out of the way. Whereas if I was to build stuff on the bottom of the platform, I would have had to deal with the railroad tracks, and that takes up a whole base plate, plus the amount of space that it takes up at the end there with the curves. Whereas with this upper piece, that's out of the way. That's completely out of the way, so you don't have anything to deal with in terms of the railroad tracks. So that gives me a lot more space. So, of course, we want to build a mountain up there. I haven't decided on the final design as far as that goes yet, but it's going to be, I want it to have a peak, But I'd also like to have a section that you could sit something on. I don't know. I just don't know if it's going to be big enough to put the castle on like it was before, because that really to me wasn't even a mountain. It was just a big platform with burps on the side of it, you know, because it had retaining walls and all that stuff. So I don't know. That's probably not something I'm going to be doing immediately at this point, but it's something in the future that I do need to think about, because it is inevitably going to happen sometime. So as far as other buildings go, I talked about turning some of those micro scale buildings, those gifts with purchase, into modular buildings. So that's an idea. And then I still got to build my firehouse. That's an idea too. I've got all the I think I've got all the parts to do that. So that'll be a 32 wide building with a couple garage doors in it, and some fire people and firemen and fire trucks accessories from some of the city sets that I've got. So that'll be cool too. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I managed to get my parts here somewhat sorted, or somewhat in a better position, because I got some of the smaller containers. So as you can see, I've got them in smaller containers now, as opposed to the big huge ones. I've got a whole stack of those huge ones over there. Those are the ones that I eliminated by putting them in smaller containers. That many right there, that whole stack. So these will fit better in the drawers, a lot better in the drawers than the big ones would. So, and speaking of drawers, I did order some more drawers to put probably over here where this vacuum cleaner is. Hopefully, I mean, like right now, I'm kind of squeezing through here anyway with the vacuum sitting there. So I don't know if it's going to make too much more of a difference putting drawers in there. But we'll see. If it turns out to be too much of a pain, then I may just have to put them down there, or maybe even some underneath the table here, underneath the desk where the trash can is, and move that somewhere else. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I don't think those are supposed to get here till like Tuesday, so we got some time. Anywho, let me know in the comments what you think of my modular building here, and what you think of my future plans, my ideas, and all that stuff I got floating around. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to come up with some good ideas on my own as far as adding on to this building, because I mean, obviously, it needs to have the eight stud buildings on the side to be, you know, comparable to a regular modular building that Lego would come out with. So yeah, let me know. I really appreciate it. And also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. Help us get up to 1,500 subscribers. We're going to do another Lego giveaway. And speaking of giveaways, or speaking of Lego sets, I was thinking, you know, last time when I did the whole city review, I was talking about wishing I had a way to like take back Lego to a Lego store, you know, and trade it in for points or something like that. But I did find out that there is a bricks and minifigs store, actually a couple of them in my area. Well, not close, but within an hour of my area. And I'm going to go probably take a bunch of these sets out here on my my backup to bricks and minifigs, and see if I can sell any of them, or at least trade them in to see if I can get some other sets that I do want. A lot of them are retired, so they should be interested. I mean, you would think. All that Technic stuff there at the top, and maybe some of the Monkey Kid sets. I think some of the Monkey Kid sets are still available, but they're like out of stock on the website, and they're pretty much retired. I mean, on their way to being retired. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. And also, speaking of Lego sets, I forgot to show you guys these when I had my last order. It was one of my favorite cartoons as I was growing up when I was a kid. It's Tom and Jerry Brickheads. Yes. Can't wait to get these guys put together and add them to the Brickheads display. Pretty cool. Got another Lego City set. This is the off-road mountain truck with 221 pieces. Got a little winch there on the front. Looking pretty cool. And finally, to go along with the ice cream truck and the slushy truck and all that good stuff in the city, we have a donut truck. 196 pieces, set number 60452. Yeah, I forgot to show these guys to you when I got them with my last order. So there you go. A couple new sets for the city and a modular building. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments, and I think that's going to be about it for today. So thanks for taking me along. Thanks for watching the entire video. I do appreciate it. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video or if you enjoy Lego in general. It is appreciated. Okay, guys, have a good one. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.